Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP, and I gotta start with this. XRP Ledger returns to pre-Christmas levels. XRP Ledger is back at levels that we witnessed before entering the holiday season. So it looks like things slowed down on the XRP Ledger around the holidays. And now all that momentum is back. The one thing I'm waiting for is the first $1 trillion worth of tokenized assets to hit the XRP Ledger. I want to see how that affects the price of XRP. I think we're going to see that happen sometime throughout 2026, because right now tokenization is happening, but it's happening at a very small scale. It's not really gaining that boom yet that we're waiting on. I think that will come later this year. And let's see how that affects XRP. Jake Claver, where most XRP large sales happen. So he said large XRP sales aren't from escrow or retail. They're over-the-counter trades through Falcon X and Kraken dark pools. According to him, these venues allow major holders to transact without exposing their positions to public order books. He added that the activity reflects early investors and hedge funds moving massive positions. And he's right. But everybody's right now talking about scarcity still. So I asked Grok, how much XRP is in dark pools? There is no publicly available or verifiable data on the exact amount of XRP held or traded in dark pools. Dark pools are private, off-exchange trading venues primarily used by institutions for large block trades to minimize market impact. By design, they are not fully private, so we don't know the number, right? And even over the counter desk, we really don't know the number of XRP that sits there as well. But all over X, you see people saying, there's only 500 million XRP left on dark pools. There's only 500 million XRP left on the over-the-counter desk. But nobody knows that for sure. Then I asked Grok, when can we expect the dark pools and over-the-counter desk to run out of XRP? So first they cite Jake Claver and Chad Steingraber, community consensus, and so on. Broader estimates coming from Glassnode data, 2 to 4 months from early December 2025, so February to April 2026, are up to 31 months for full exchange exhaustion. Assumes $1 billion per month inflows at $2 per XRP. Timeline shortens with price rises or added demand from treasuries, banks, or retail FOMO. So now the price of XRP rises, and right away retail FOMO happens. But this time around, I think we're going to see ETF FOMO as well. Plus, institutions are going to buy the actual asset. So Grok thinks we're going to see scarcity by sometime between February and April of this year. And if that was to happen, could you imagine how quick the price of XRP will explode? We will see spikes on this cryptocurrency like we've never seen before. So let's hope the AI got this one right. But that time frame has been in play for a while now, and you want to be positioned ahead of that happening, because we never even talked about this in the past for XRP ever. And it also cited banks. Banks are going to start to custody crypto at some point. I just don't think we're quite there yet, but that is coming as well. And then Smoke posted this: Ripple will retain 25% of the XRP supply, anticipating that growing demand for network services will increase the value of XRP. And it's documented 2 times. But then people said with the Clarity Act coming, that Ripple is only able to hold 20% of the XRP supply. But I think that is still up in the air. Maybe we will get to see some of those NDAs because of that. We really don't know. It's too early to say. But Ripple's plan from years ago was to always retain 25% of the supply. So think about it like this. We know the ETFs now hold 1.12% of the supply. I'm expecting that number to change very soon. I think the final number on that will most likely be somewhere between 8 to 10% of the supply. $8 billion to $10 billion. That's conservative. And that's what Jamie Dimon was predicting as well. So there goes 8 to 10% of the supply. Flare wants to lock away another 5% of the supply. Ripple is going to continue to hold 25% of the supply. We already know XRP retail holders, they're also locking away XRP now and gaining yield on their XRP. A lot of people are already doing it. More people will do it when there's safer options or when there's no risk involved in putting your XRP out there. But retail FOMO is still to come. Institutional adoption and institutional FOMO is also going to happen. With the XRP ETFs, I was being conservative. Now picture ETF FOMO. All of a sudden, maybe 20% of the XRP supply gets locked away long term. You see where I'm going with this? 100 billion tokens was once too much. Now 100 billion tokens might not be enough. That's where we're still headed. And this is still something that is up in the air. And nobody really knows how much XRP belongs to retail on the exchanges also. How high can XRP go in the 2026 bull run? There's your numbers after 1,007 votes. 42% think XRP is going to $100. 23% think $5 is possible. Now, this post was posted back in December of last year. I'm going to make a new post and see how people feel now. But most people want $100 XRP. They can see it happening. So even when Jake Claver was proven wrong at the end of December, that didn't mean it was never going to happen. His timeline was just off a little bit. If Grok is right and we see scarcity within the next couple of months, that $100 price point for XRP, you better start thinking much higher. The new rank chart is out for 2026. I really like this. So you see private, corporal, sergeant, lieutenant, major, Blackwater, professional assassin, and ghost. And this is where you would be by how much XRP you're holding. The one thing I hate is the XRP rich list. Whenever they put that out, I always tell people, don't focus on that so much. Because all you got to do is buy whatever you can afford and lock it away. Put together a game plan around your XRP. Don't stress it so much. You know, we have people now saying you have to be holding at least 20,000 XRP. I just seen a post today where somebody said that you need to be holding at least 500,000 XRP. Oh, so every retail investor out there is just going to jump on board with that and buy up 500,000 XRP tomorrow. These people do not understand their audience. They don't understand working class people at all. You know, I go to a 9 to 5 job, then I come home and I make these videos for all of you. I just love to talk about crypto. But imagine you're going to your 9 to 5 job and you're like, okay, I need to get to 20,000 XRP, but I still have rent or a mortgage. I still have monthly bills. I might have a car payment. I might have other credit card bills and so on. And these people are telling you, you need to acquire at least 500,000 or even 20,000 XRP. As the price continues to go up, people are going to end up buying drops of 1 XRP. That time is coming. People don't realize how great of an opportunity this is right now. XRP, it's going to 3 digits, then it's going to head towards 4 digits. It's going to hit 5 digits at some point because it's built to move trillions of dollars worth of value. And in a video a while back, I was talking about the U.S. Treasury dollar. Remember, it was due in 2025. Now that changed. Here's the debt clock today. Future USA Treasury dollars. So we don't know the time frame on that. And I'm wondering if that Treasury dollar is the digital dollar. I think that might be RLUSD at some point. I still think RLUSD is poised to become the digital dollar for the United States. But I wanted to point that out because that was supposed to happen last year and it didn't happen. Will it happen in 2026? We really don't know yet. And I really want to see what the U.S. Treasury dollar looks like. And then there's this. Alert, wrench attacks on crypto holders are rising and growing more violent, especially in Europe and Asia. A wrench attack is when criminals use physical threats or forced to steal crypto. Reduce risk by staying private, avoiding wallet bragging, and using multi-sig or custody solutions. I'm telling you now, you need to stop talking about how much XRP you're holding all over X. When you do that, when you're bragging about your bag, somebody's eventually coming for your bag. You don't want to be a future victim. I mean, even this chart shows you how the attacks have been amping up as the prices keep going up on crypto. This is not going to stop. Wait until XRP goes full on parabolic. People don't want to see you get rich. And when you do get rich, people want to take that from you. It's like I always told you, even the people you work with, once you get rich off of your crypto, they're never going to want to talk to you again. They're going to hate you. Even though you gave them the opportunity to buy into crypto and they didn't want to hear it, when it happens for you, they're going to hate you when that happens. Some people will wish the worst upon you when that happens. And I always tell people, why would you go and flex all over social media? People do it not only on X, they do it on Facebook, TikTok, and so on, always bragging about their bags. You think people aren't paying attention to that? They absolutely are. Don't make yourself a future victim. And until it all happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.